Right, and what do you love about Taekwondo?
I don't know, everything about it.
Everything?
Yeah, been doing it my whole life. So.
Right. Thanks very much for coming along today, guys. We're going to see a lot more of you later on, so I'll leave you warming up. We're going to go and talk to some of the other folk. Thanks, gentlemen. Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm here. You're live now all over the world on the internet. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what brings you here today?
Well, my name's Harold. I'm the accountant for ITF and got invited along and always been a fan of martial arts and different styles. So I just want to congratulate Michael and the team and all the best for the future.
Fantastic. It's great to have a good accounting team behind the organisation because it's really important to maintain transparency and keep on top of all the numbers and, run the organisation well. Thank you.
My name's Lorenzo. My background is in high performance sport. I'm a physio and a chiro as well. I've been involved with Master Deo for a few years now, and we look after a lot of education for the athletes, not only in things that they should be doing, things they shouldn't be doing. We give them tools and strategies, and whenever there's a seminar on, we try to provide that additional information for the athletes,
Oh, fantastic. So he's giving a holistic view of how martial art is not just about kicking and punching. It's about understanding how to keep your body safe and keep healthy and clean and get the right mindset and all that sort of stuff is very important as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So adding that extra dimension to what Taekwondo is really about, and not just about, what you do when you're at training, but also what you do away from training, and adding that extra added layer of holistic care for the athletes,
Yeah, fantastic. It's great to draw on expertise from different areas because, those of us that have come up through martial arts, we don't know everything. And having experts come in from outside that can build on those things is very valuable. So thank you very much.
And also, a lot of the people that are here today are instructors, so it allows them to take away the knowledge and skill sets that they learn to be able to use with their students. So whenever they disseminate all over Australia and the world, they also achieve all those benefits.
Absolutely, teaching the teachers. Well, enjoy the day, gentlemen. I'll leave you to enjoy your drink, and thank you very much. Okay. We're going to come on here, guys. Hello, welcome to the World Wide Web. Here we are online. Great to have you here today. Can you tell us who you are and what brings you here? I'll start with you, Deanna.
Yeah, this is Cindy's family. So we're all here to support her and MD, and we're so happy for her, and everything's amazing, and we can't wait to see what it's going to be, One Legacy.
She is an amazing lady, your mum. She just does everything in the background in the organisation so that Grandmaster Daha can just enjoy the conversations and take all the credit for it, really, isn't it? Isn't that how it works?
We're not going to say anything about that, Mark. We're going to keep that one to ourselves, I think.
I'll get in trouble for that. So can we edit the stuff, or is it... So welcome along, guys.
Thank you.
Can you tell me who you are? And
I'm also Cindy's sister.
Cindy's sister?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
G'day, brother-in-law, Cindy's brother-in-law, and it's a great opportunity tonight. We're looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Her brother, Tony, Cindy's brother. Yeah, we're really excited for her.
And Cindy's sister as well.
Sister, okay, welcome, guys. Thanks very much for coming. We'll leave you to it. We'll walk around and let's see who we've got over here. Welcome, guys. My name's Mark. I'm here just doing a bit of a walk around to find out who everyone is and what brings you here. So can you tell me who are you and what brings you here?
We're from Elite Taekwondo. We've been around in Sydney for about 25 years. Not me that long, but the club has been around. And we're really excited to see the launch today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, same. I'm from Elite Taekwondo. Yep.
Who teaches the school?
His name's Carlo Gianpetro. Yeah.
Welcome, guys. What are you looking forward to about today?
Just being involved in all of this and being around our community that we love and being all together again.
What do you love about Taekwondo?
Everything. Been doing it for over 15 years and it's just part of our lives, and we can't imagine life without it.
Yeah, same. I love the routine, the discipline, knowing that I've got my Taekwondo in my back pocket. Yeah.
What do you think the greatest benefit is that you've got from Taekwondo?
Aside from that sense of self-confidence, it's also the community here. Like, we have all grown up together, we've done a lot of stuff together, and it's always amazing to see people you haven't seen for 10 years.
Absolutely is. Well, thanks very much for coming, guys. Enjoy the afternoon. Sir, what brings you here today?
Sorry, sir?
What brings you here today? What are you excited about?
I don't know. I want to come to look at the, Taekwondo martial arts. And Grandmaster invited me, so
Welcome, welcome. Great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Okay. Yes. Here's the man of the hour. I'm going to bring you in, Grandmaster Daha. Everyone should know who Grandmaster Daha is. He's been in Taekwondo for 55 years. Now we've got the world watching, sir. How are you feeling?
Really fantastic, Mark. Thank you very much. Also, you see all the wonderful people here. I think today we are establishing something very unique and something for the whole entire community, ITF community in the world. That's exactly really what we want to do. After 55 years from training in Taekwondo, I'm following General Shoi's legacy, following General Shoi's footsteps, and that is my dream, and that's what's going to happen.
Thank you very much, sir, for doing this for us. And what are you excited about today, sir?
Being part of Grandmaster's opening of One Legacy. I've known him now for 6 years. The biggest thing I've known about him, and I absolutely love about him, is his integrity. His integrity comes first and foremost. Therefore, it makes me want to be part of this organisation. Very proud of him.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go around behind you here so that I don't reach across in front. And can you tell me how long you've known Grandmaster Daha?
37 years.
37 years. It's a long time. How did you first meet?
Just from Taekwondo, starting with Taekwondo. Yeah, just got a flyer in the local shop and thought I'd give it a go. Started there and we became friends, and then 9 years straight, trained 7 days a week, 9 years straight. Went to 3 World Championships with Grandmaster Daha. And yeah, it's been a long time. So yeah, and the respect and the morals and the principles, especially traveling around the world with all the grandmasters and things and seeing the corruptness and the unfairness, the racism. And now to have a new start with integrity and, no politics, no racism, and a new start is fantastic. It's overdue. So
yeah, excellent. Thank you. And so how do you think Taekwondo's changed your life?
Oh, listen, mentally and physically without it. I've had a lot of injuries, a lot of accidents, and my body would freeze and seize if I didn't. So, just aspects of everything in life, so it's fantastic, Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. Enjoy the afternoon. We'll see you soon.
See you.
Okay, maybe over here. Gentlemen, you are now live across the world. So I better not ask Mr. McIntyre anything. Put his foot in his mouth.
I think you should ask him, don't ask me. I don't know anything about anything.
Well, Trevor, it's awesome to see you again, mate. It's been a long time. Tell us what excites you about today?
Well, gathering all of our friends is probably key to any development, making sure that the group of people we're all with are, all bonded in a certain way. I think we're all bonded to head in the same direction.
You've been doing Taekwondo for a long time now. How's it changed your life?
Well, yeah, a long time, all my life really. I've coming up to 35 years of training, and just the friendship groups you have. Zoran's an example, one of my long-term students, and we're like brothers and sisters.
Yeah, it certainly is a global family, isn't it? Yeah. How long have you been involved?
Oh, I'd say 10 or 15 years, something like that. I don't keep track of it really well, but no, it's been good. I love the discipline and the camaraderie and the friendship that I've got with Sir and all the other guys that train with us. It's great. Love going there every week, getting together with them all.
You came down this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, my wife and I drove from Newcastle to be here and support Grandmaster Daha.
How long is the drive from Newcastle?
About an hour and 50.
Oh, that's not too bad. I take it the last hour of that's just once you get to Sydney, right? Just getting around the roads in the local city?
Yeah, Sydney traffic, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, indeed it is. Yeah, I come from Auckland, and of course, our traffic's pretty nasty, but you come here and you just relax and realise just how good we've got it.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had much traffic over the ocean, would you? You're like, right in the air.
Yeah, indeed we were. We were. Yes. Well, thank you very much for coming, guys. I hope you enjoy the afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Master. Enjoy your day.
You too, mate. Okay, Master Harper, you've had a lot to do with this opening today. You've been involved in this pretty much right from the start, haven't you? So, what excites you about what's going to happen over the next 4 hours?
Just, I think, a pretty historic moment. Me personally, I've never left an ITF. So I've never left, I've never joined another organisation. I've only ever really ever been with Grandmaster Da, from the original General Choi ITF, and then the group that we joined in 2003. So really looking forward to new beginnings and an opportunity to do something a little bit different.
We're going to talk a little bit more about that later on. You and I will have a bit of a conversation about it. So off the topic of the organisation itself, how do you feel about the vibe here today?
Oh, it's huge. I just see the old faces, people that you've known from, late 80s. You haven't seen them for a while, but it just feels like going back and, no time's passed, right? We're all a little bit greyer, we're all a bit more wrinklier, but just great friends and great people.
It's a family of the ITF that keeps us going in many ways, right? We love the training, we love the what it brings out, the passion it brings out in us, and the values and things that are instilled in us from Taekwondo. It's the people, ultimately, isn't it?
It is. It's the relationships, and that you can walk into a dojang anywhere and be welcomed like a family member.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, enjoy the afternoon, and we'll have a bit of a conversation, I think, at some point after Grandmaster Da's welcome. So I'll speak to you soon again. Thank you. Okay, where have we not been? Coming down the back here? Yeah. Gentlemen, come in, don't be shy, come into the circle. There's only a couple of 100,000 people watching here, so don't be nervous. But here we are broadcasting over the web for the launch of One Legacy. What excites you about today?
Oh, the excitement, just the future, and everybody getting a fair go, and Grandmaster Da's dedication to the art and being rewarded for all his hard work.
How long have you been involved around Grandmaster Daha and involved in what was your involvement in the organisation?
I been involved for about 38 years. I met Grandmaster Daha back being a blue belt, and just come up through the grades, and I've been associated with him ever since.
Absolutely, he certainly maintains a loyalty of the people around him, right? Because he gives that loyalty to others, and it's very easy to remain loyal to him, isn't it?
Very easy to be loyal, and when you see the hard work he puts in, and you want to be a part of that as well.
Yeah, and how about you, sir? How are you feeling about what's happening in the room today?
It's awesome to see it. He's put his whole life into this, so this is a different level.
It is. It's an exciting new start, isn't it? It is. Actually, I must have, if you don't mind, I'll just pop over and have a word here with Master Ashik, because you've been one of Grandmaster Daha's key students for close to 40 years in your case, is it?
Yeah, I started with Grandmaster Daha in 1983, so just over 40 years now. I'm just here to support him. He's been my teacher since 1983, even though we've taken different paths at times, but I'm just here to support him and wish him well in whatever avenue or path he takes. He's a good man.
He is, yeah. What do you admire most about him?
His brutal honesty at times. So I don't like people that beat around the bush. So you'd rather know the truth than be told crap. So that's one of his good traits. Some people can see it as a bad trait at times, but it's something I admire from that perspective.
You always know where you stand, don't you? I really admire that about him as well.
Yeah. So, and then all of his students have learnt that from him as well. As you spoke to Joe Karmas and Joe Hazarati, old school guys, we've learnt from him that sort of characteristics. So I wish him well in whatever he chooses in his path for Taekwondo in the future.
Cool. Thank you, Master Ashik. Let me step in behind you here and come over to the young gentleman we've got over here. Welcome, guys. What brings you here today, apart from, of course, the launch? How did you get here?
I got here. My daughter has been training with Master Daha for about 5 or 6 years now. And just a loyalty and friendship the two of us have created. And I help him out around the gym as much as possible. And in the same, he trains me as much as possible. So,
how do you feel about the community of Taekwondo that you brought your daughter into?
Oh, fantastic. My daughter's probably not the most sporty of people. She's come in and they've been accepted with open arms. Take the time, make sure that she's comfortable, go through things, Unfortunately, she doesn't train as hard as she should, but she's got the right people in the right place to help her out, and that loyalty's there.
How do you feel about these young guys at the front that have been training with them since they were 5 and they're still going now in their 20s? Do you think that's going to be your daughter?
I hope so. I really do. She enjoys it. It doesn't matter whether she puts the effort in or doesn't. She still enjoys the sport and the people around it. And this community and Grandmaster Daha is definitely dragging it that way. And hopefully One Legacy drags it the right way as well. So.
Yeah, now, Ken, we've known each other ourselves for about 20 years now, a little bit over 20 years. It's been a little while since I've seen you. It's great to see you again. What's happening in your life around this One Legacy launch and all the exciting things going on at the moment?
Certainly I've been working with Grandmaster Daha and Sydney in putting One Legacy together. The key is that the reason for that, and it's been ongoing for quite a period of time, is that he's moving forward in his values, which are exactly the same as General Choi, Hong Hai, and as a consequence, he's extremely transparent, he's an immense amount of integrity, and there's no one better.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly, you always know where he stands. He stands up for the values of the General. It's absolutely right. Yeah, thank you. I think we've got to go and get started now, do we, gentlemen? So we'll mosey on down towards the front and hand over to Grandmaster Daha for the big launch. Oh, you got your own mic there, Grandmaster Daha? All yours, sir.
Thanks. Okay, this day I want to take that opportunity and thanks everybody who they attending the open ceremony for the One Legacy International Taekwondo Federation. The purpose of the One Legacy International Taekwondo Federation is to keep the martial art community, especially the ITF, the organization where they can feel being protected and their right will be recognized, and they will learn what is all about General Choi Hong Hee. His legacy, one of the most important things for us. We're here today to practice his legacy, to show the people what is really who General Choi Hong Hee is. We're going to go a little bit back to General Choi history. General Choi was an amazing man. Have a creative organization, I will call it the bridge to reach the world. We're all here today because we met because of General Choi. It wasn't General Choi's legacy in his teaching, we probably would never met. I mean, this man, we have owned at least just one thing in life to keep his legacy alive. So we can continue and educate that younger generation. If we look to the world, what happened lately in the world became crazy. But if we follow the martial art, if we follow the truth of Taekwondo, and that younger generation will be educated, will understand what is the correct way about life. General Choi Hong Hee legacy is saved my life. Now I wonder how many people around the world, their life has been saved by his legacy, his teaching, his art, his philosophy. Okay. Of course, I'm going to have a speech later on. But again, I want to thank every single one of you, but I want to mention a few people been working behind the scene. I didn't do all that by myself. Dave Musa, put your hand up, please, sir. And all his group, Bill and Bo. Without those people, that will be impossible to do what we're doing today. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you, all of you, for what you have done for us so far. Let's give him a big hand, please. There was another person, I'm sure he will be hiding somewhere. Put your hand up, Buddy Abud. Okay. He have got a lot to do what we are on here today. And there are a lot of people behind the scene has been helping through that journey. The one particular person been working day and night. I still haven't killed her yet, and she haven't killed me yet. We're still alive. Cindy. And honestly, I don't want anything from Cindy, but without her, we won't be what we are on here with this organization. Day and night, she's working. I want to thank you very much for that. And I want to thank the people that come from Melbourne and Brisbane, and one Kiwi here. Where is he? Mark Benizevich. Mark is a great person. He always worked very hard for the ITF. Okay. And yeah, basically also I have a lot of friends here who they help through that journey, especially with the World Cup. Trevor McIntyre. Put your hand up, Mr. Trevor McIntyre. That's what we are, because of all those people behind the scene. If I have forgot one, I've got one person, all right? It's just unfortunately the line is too long for me to remember everyone. The one particular thing make that journey very successful, especially that night. Okay, the love of my life show up today. My granddaughter, my granddaughter Emily. And anyway, it's also all those boys here have been working behind the scene, and they've been helping. Okay, well, let's get on the ride with our program. And again, there's a lot more coming, a lot of interview. Also, we have a lot of things to show you today. Again, thank you very much to spend the time to come in here to be part of this special journey and historical day. Thank you, every single one of you. Thank you very much.
That's it. Yep.
Hi, I'm Mark Benicevic. I'm a 7th degree black belt from New Zealand. They let me in, even though I'm from the other side of the ditch. And I'm here today with Master Paul Harper, who has been with Grandmaster Daha since the 80s.
Late
a long
80s.
time.
Late
Yeah.
80s, yes.
I first met Grandmaster Daha as a blue stripe, actually. I came over here for my sister's 21st, I think it was, and I came over and trained. And it's like, you take a dobok with you when you travel, right? And I jumped in, and my instructor, Grandmaster McPhail, said, go and train with Master Daha. And so off I went. He didn't remember that when I moved over here in the 2000s, because, I was just a little chumpy kid, right? But anyway, it's been a long time myself, too. Anyway, we're going to have a bit of a chat. I'm
Great.
going to interview you.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing more about you, Master Harper. We're going to start with, can you tell me a little bit about your background in Taekwondo?
Yeah, absolutely. Started training in 1984. 1984 was my first
That means
class.
you're old, right?
We were just talking before and looking at meeting some of the old faces. We're all greyer. There's a few more wrinkles, but the conversation's still the same as what it was every time we see each other, which is fantastic. So I started training in 84, and we were under Master Yun. So local club, trained with a gentleman from the UK, and good technique. So a lot of the clubs in Australia had either been and then were coming to the ITF, or there was always a challenge in terms of if you had technique and was it up to the standard of the ITF. We luckily never had that challenge and had that problem, which was great. But started in 84, 1989, so we're with Master Yun, and I never met Grandmaster Daha at that stage. So we used to go out and do the gradings and the like. And then Master Yun left the ITF. In the late 80s, left the ITF, and I was just ready to go for first degree. And we looked around and went, how are we going to do this? Because we didn't know. I mean, my instructor was a second degree, and I met Grandmaster Daha as a fourth degree. And he said, come to Ballarat, and I want to have a look at you first. And I met a number of faces here today, and they're sitting back there, the two Joes and Master Al Sheikh, and remember him jumping around the hall, which was freezing cold in Ballarat, in a sleeping bag, making everyone laugh, which was good times. He probably doesn't remember that.
Selective memory.
And so we did a seminar, and then I was invited to grade 3 months after that, and got through the grading, really physical grading. It was just such a great memory, and I was told that I needed to put on weight and get a haircut at the end of the grading. I put the weight on. The hair's still here. Well, it went, and then it's come back. So that was 1989. And so ever since then, I had a little bit of a break because my instructor ended up going back to the UK. And then I ended up coming back, and I found a club which was about 20 minutes away from home. Went in, had a training session, and they said, oh, we've got a grading this weekend. Why don't you come along to the grading? Oh, yeah, great. Turn up to the grading. Guess who's sitting at the examiner's table? Grandmaster Daha. And so we've been together since then, really, and been on a numerous amount of trips, World Championships, World Cups, travelling around Australia, did a road trip. Sort of early 2000s, we met on the Gold Coast, and then we drove all the way up to Cairns, doing gradings along the way. And some of the conversations in the car along the way, you get to, you really learn and know about and understand someone. So that was fantastic, and big impact on my life, big impact on my family's life, and just a privilege to have, really been with Grandmaster Daya since those the late 80s.
I've got to ask, as a Kiwi, that drive, how long is it?
We did it in about, 3 days? But for anyone that understands, some of the distances, we did a grading in Bowen in the evening. We finished about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we jumped in the car from Bowen and drove all the way to Cairns because we wanted to have a rest day. And I did an hour. I think I was swapped with Grandmaster Daya in Townsville, and he drove the rest of the way to Cairns. But that meant that we had the next day free to do and relax by the pool.
It just baffles me how huge this country is. It's a big place. I think I was talking to Cindy earlier, and I think it was Cindy, and talking about how it's closer to go to Auckland than it is to go to Perth from Sydney. Yeah. Anyway, back to the subject matter at hand. Like many of us, you have a life outside of Taekwondo. It's not a huge important part of your life. Of course, Taekwondo is the bulk of it. But you have to put bread on the plate. So tell me about your professional career and your background.
Absolutely. I'm a qualified CPA accountant, but don't hold that against me. People say to me that I'm the most unlike accountant that they've ever met. But I've worked in finance functions. I've worked for places like a number of the big companies in Australia, NAB Bank, worked for Telstra, and worked for Deakin University. And now I've sort of morphed over time out of finance function roles in the accounting type space, and really moved into implementing accounting and HR software. So I'm currently leading a project at the University of Melbourne to implement payroll, HR, finance and procurement software.
So you thought from being an accountant, moving into IT would make the conversations more interesting? Well, what's going on with that?
It's funny, this is the first time I've ever been in IT. I've always ever been in finance functions, and I must admit the IT guys are a little bit easier for me to get along with than the finance people. But if anyone from work sees this, I'll be in trouble now.
So what sort of budgets have you been dealing with over your career? What size of budget?
So the project at the moment is a sort of 3-year project, and we're up around north of 100 million in terms of the project. The one at Deakin was around the 20 to $30 million mark. So running big teams of 100, 150 people, vendors and suppliers, and managing those relationships as well. And it's amazing that, how much, and it's something that Grandmaster Daya, we talk a lot about, what's going on at work, and the relativity of what happens in Taekwondo, and the, what we do, and our morals, and our, the student oath and the like, applying that to everyday work. And it's amazing that those things hold you in such great stead in the professional landscape.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, I thought you were going somewhere else with that, actually, and thinking about the budgets that you deal with at work relative to the budgets that we've dealt with, even internationally in Taekwondo, right? It's just dwarfs them. But yes, the other side of it, of having the values and things from Taekwondo and how they just change your life, really, and become a huge part of who we are, right?
Absolutely, and so a lot of people would sit there and see the integrity and the, running a big project. We've got a whole lot of stakeholders that are always concerned about what we're doing, but just that perseverance, just to put that one foot in front of the other, and deal with people with a level of integrity that a lot of people don't get in other workplaces.
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you balance that? You Taekwondo, the life in Taekwondo, together with a full-time job and family,
and 6 kids.
6 kids?
Yeah, 6 kids.
You know what causes it, right?
We might talk after this. It is a balance, and forever it's, you're sort of having a life of, 15-minute increments of what you're doing and where you need to be and the like. But, certainly COVID helped in that regard. So certainly working from home helps. And so I try and work from home Monday and Wednesday. That means I can be at the dojang at time to open up and take class. And just love teaching, especially the kids. We've got some great kids that are in the club, and adults as well. But, the kids and the way that they just come to class and put in every day, and it really gives you energy.
And watching them grow and develop too is really cool, eh?
Absolutely. So some of the students here, you sit there and go, well, how old are they? Oh, they're 24. It's like, God, remember when they were like 5, 6 years old?
Yeah, it just means how we're getting older, mate. It's scary, scary. I can't remember who I was talking to that was telling me somebody in our various travels that they started teaching the grandchildren of their students, of their original students. It's scary stuff. Can you tell me how have you been involved in the establishment of One Legacy International Taekwondo Federation?
Yeah, absolutely. So certainly been supporting Grandmaster Daya in terms of the setup of the organisation. So been involved in the soon-to-be launched or launched website, and the background in that website is, I think, really exciting. Something that I haven't experienced in terms of the ITF world before, and really starting to support instructors in terms of content and how they teach and relate to their students, and online content that can really help and develop an organisation or a club. So certainly helping out with that side of it, but largely, the main part of it is really setting up the constitution of the new organisation, so that we have that transparency, that we have that value exchange and fair value exchange in terms of the way we interact with, grandmasters, masters, instructors, and the students and members, and I think that's really important. I think if we think about as masters who we're standing on the shoulders of, it's our grandmasters, and they've got so much to offer and give and provide support and advice and counsel, like I mentioned before. And I think that would be repeated across the Grandmaster community across the world. And I think we've lost our way in terms of that, and I think we need to give those people the due respect that they deserve.
Well, can you tell me then, how is One Legacy going to be different, and why has it been necessary to establish the One Legacy International Taekwondo Federation?
I certainly think about transparency and understanding that we and an organisation is here for the members. An organisation doesn't exist if it doesn't have members, and I think personally the ITF may have lost the way a little bit in terms of that. So I think putting that value exchange to be fair between the organisation and the members, that they have a say, that there's absolute transparency, and there's services that can really enhance what they're doing in terms of their training and their clubs and their organisations. That value is at the heart of, I think, that's what's going to be different.
Right, yeah, understanding who your customer is and making sure you're servicing and providing value to those customers. So making it all about the members rather than about the administration. That's going to be a significant change, isn't it? And a really exciting one.
Absolutely.
What will your role be in the new organisation?
That's a great question. So I'll be putting myself forward as the treasurer for the new organisation. I hope people can support me in that endeavour. I've certainly been, have a background in looking after, I think since 2002-3, I've been in either the Treasurer or the Secretary-General role in Australia for the National Association. And in the last sort of 5-6 years, I've been involved in the Audit, Risk and Compliance Committee for the ITF. So I think that holds me in good stead in terms of being able to pick up that Treasurer role and be able to make and bring to life that transparency that we talked about earlier.
Well, I think even more than that, the professional background you said before, you're a CPA. Having a trained chartered accountant as your treasurer is a really important thing, because you understand how these things should be done and you can deliver that transparency to the members, rather than in many traditional sports organisations, it's just some volunteer that's offered to do the job, right?
And good luck to them. It's difficult work, but it's got to be that integrity and transparency and the opportunity for people to ask questions. I think that's really important. I think so that it's not just a download of this is what we're doing and this is the answer. Here's where we are at, and the opportunity to ask questions and really challenge in terms of that duty, I think is really important.
And having someone capable of answering those questions, having somebody with that professional capability. Yeah, right. Excellent. How will you mentioned this a little bit before, and we've got to wind up a little bit now, but I want to ask you a little bit about the experience that the Masters and Grandmasters, the instructors, the members are going to have in One Legacy. Yeah,
I think there's something really different that Grandmaster Daya has envisaged through One Legacy, and many of us have been involved with Taekwondo for a very, very long time. We get courses when they come to the region. It's probably the only interaction that we get, particularly in the Southern Hemisphere, with the ITF. But what we're doing is being able to have our students and our instructors having access